Morgan gave me 10 minutes with 9 slides, and this is a fast-paced, jam-packed event. So I'm not going to wait a minute, but let's start diving into power for AI and AI for power. And really, maybe spend a minute first on what is this AI that we're talking about. AI is not new, so why is this? So I go back 100 miles from here. There's a place called Long Beach. In Long Beach in 2017, December, a conference none of you attended, I'm pretty sure, maybe one. It's called Neural Information Management System Conference. There was a paper written by 8 Googlers. There's 8 Google researchers. The paper was called Attention is All You Need. The world has changed since then. So maybe just a little bit of dive. What is attention all you need? What did that paper say? That paper said that Larry Page, if you know the Google founders, 25 years ago, they said, I'm going to index every word in the World Wide Web and create a yellow book online. And what that paper said, you really can't look at every word. You have to look at how every word is used in a sentence. What's the context? How that word relates to the paragraph, how that word relates to the page, how that every word relates to the whole book. That's called context of a word with another word. That started this journey. So I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to use the word power. Sticks and stones didn't create fire. Fire was created by human knowledge. Knowledge is power. Well, now power is creating knowledge, but that power has a different meaning. That's electricity. That's energy. And this new knowledge that we are creating will power prosperity. I use the word power 3 different ways. If you don't understand the context, you will not be able to figure out what the difference is. That's what AI models are. They scoop the entire World Wide Web, 64,000 words at a time, took every word and put contextual relationship with other word and created trillion parameter models. That's the new AI. Started with one seminal paper in 2017 December in Long Beach. So let's talk about why do we need this much power? Well, you're creating a trillion parameter model. You're creating 9 of these models, ChatGPT, Grok, Claude. And then we are all going to be using this model to do all kinds of things, productive things and some counterproductive things, taking our pet cat and make the pet cat sing like Sinatra. It all takes compute time. In the US, we're saying 50 gigawatt, 100 gigawatt, numbers thrown around. I was in the UK and they said they have like 60 gigawatt in queue. You go to Korea, you go to Japan, it's a global power need. But at summer seminar, I want you to think about, it is not just data centers. And let's go back a little bit of US perspective. It is not just about data centers. There is 50 gigawatt of power that is not considered in most of our IRPs in US that will come from a reindustrialization in the United States and globally in other countries. That's 50 gigawatt in the next 5 years that could be coming. That the Apple commits $600 billion US investment, that's August 7, that's like 3-4 days ago. So we have to be ready to power this demand. I'm starting with US, but really globally. But then we should think about, we've done this before. It's not new. 150 gigawatt, yeah, take 10 gigawatt here or there. This is what Con Edison in Manhattan, their substation build, transmission and distribution substation build looked like over the last 70 years. See that 1960? 1970, 1950, 60, the amount of substations that they were building. Why were they building that? We wanted to keep us cool. Air conditioning. If I asked you, and in a US perspective, I would say look at in any perspective, look at Abu Dhabi perspective, look at Qatar perspective. Which industry is the largest electric demand in your country? Which industry has the largest electricity demand in the United States? Is it Meta? Is it Amazon? Is it Nucor Steel? Is it Alcoa? No, it's Carrier. Carrier is 100 gigawatt of demand in the United States. Daikin is 66 gigawatt. Train is 45 gigawatt. So data center 100 gigawatt seems a lot, But look at this. So we have done it, but the way we have done it with air conditioning will have to be different because now we are powering the chips that changes every 5 years, every 3 years. The air conditioning of 1970 and the air conditioning of today in my house kind of looks a little bit the same. It has improved a lot, but the chips are changing 3 to 5 years. A rack that was 30 kilowatt is now going to 1.2 megawatt. Well, what is the implication for you? If somebody's coming in and says, I need a 200 megawatt data center, maybe they start with 50 megawatt. In 4 years, they change the chips and they go to 200 megawatt. But after 4 years, the new chips are coming in. That same data center in the same square feet can actually put 600 megawatt. You designed your distribution substation for 400. Did you think about you might need 600 after 5 years? That's the type of thinking differently that we will need to do because chips are different than the air conditioning load growth. But it's not just that. We cannot just do what we did in 1960s and we can just build. We have to build smart. And the need for speed, I would say in every country, what can you do in the next 18 months, 12 months will come from unlocking the headroom that you have in the grid through flexibility, through load curtailment. This was a study done by Duke University. You can download the study and look at the detail. What basically it says is, I got gigawatts capability that I can turn in the next 12 months while I'm building new things by doing flexibility. You saw Morgan talking about data center flexibility. And flexibility will have to be key for affordability, which is becoming a growing conversation in the US and in other places. We did well in the last 5 years. Eggs went up 13.8% annually, but electricity went up only 0.6%. I think we should pat us on our back, but past is not going to give you the future. To keep electric rates for customers in check, like it has been done in the last 5 years, flexibility will be the key. We have to not only build, but we have to use the underused capacity that we already have in the grid. And we got to think differently. It's not just data center flexibility. We should be flexing other things. I just mentioned the largest load in the United States is air conditioning. We have been trying to do thermostat control demand response for the last 20 years. It's still at the noise level. I met with Carrier. They're going to be launching a product by the end of this year. I'm sure Trane and others will follow. That product is an air conditioner with an integrated 3-hour battery. The battery is a grid service. The battery provides 24/7 demand response. It is not just a thermostat control that, hey, I'm going to change your thermostat setting. That's the type of thinking we got to do. And in order to get the flexibility, there's so many opportunities for AI. You can do, you will hear about it. You'll hear about from Microsoft working with us on, can I create a tool that can predict a transformer will fail before it fails? We've been trying to do that with expert systems for 20 years, but now we got a better tool. But if you look at what's the one holy grail that AI can really help, it's the orchestration of flexibility. I can get flexibility through market signal. I can get flexibility through real-time pricing. I can get flexibility through EV charging. I can get flexibility with the battery connected to the air conditioning. I can get flexibility in all these ways. I have distributed energy resource management system. I have markets. I need an orchestration software. There are startup companies working in it. What is EPRI doing about it? We don't build softwares. We let innovation happen at the startup companies. But in order for the innovation to happen, we need to standardize the interface across all these places. I can't have 59 different protocols because 59 different companies are making EV chargers or air conditioning. I cannot have 29 different market interface because there are 29 different markets in the world. Bluetooth is one. Everybody uses Bluetooth. There is not 5,900 different Bluetooths. We got to go to the Bluetooth that's what EPRI needs to do. And innovators will come up with orchestration software. I'm going to end up by bringing the real people coming in today, which is the CEOs after my panel. They won't have any questions. We made a pact with them. They're back. I said, we'll need like 3 hours worth of questions with you guys. So the questions will be when you get them on break, at lunch, at reception, make sure you have your questions ready. And I'm going to start off with a question that is in everybody's mind. I don't think in the US, but in Europe as well. Is markets going to give me the signal to invest in generation just because capacity price at PJM has gone to $329? And am I going to pass all this capacity price every year that seems to be doing a yo-yo? Or am I going to have 20-year power deals with a Google, with a Microsoft, with a Meta? Or am I going to do what you will hear Georgia Commissioner Tricia Pridemore, NARUC chair, will be saying? You need new generation to power the data center. Any excess cost will come from the large load. My residential customers will remain where they are.